Alrighty then. We should be good because it is that time. That time again. So, turn the music off for a moment. So, welcome along people to the live stream. Welcome to the channel. My name's Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good and I hope everyone's well in this warm weather. So, I'm not gonna lie, it's another day of the extreme heat that's outside, close to what is like 28, 29, 30. Well, it depends where you live in the UK, don't it? So I hope everyone's doing good. So what's happening for this evening is that there's going to be some daily races, and I'm looking forward to do some of them. Not sure what to expect from my side, having put in a qualifying time. I have no idea how's the race is going to pan out. So it could rain, it could be dry, but we're in for a treat. So I don't know who am I up against. So we're just going to make most of this amazing combo that's PD have come up with. Probably one of the best, if not the best, combos Polyphony Digital have come up with in Gran Turismo 7. So what's happening there is that we're going to be doing some daily races. So we're going to go for the 7 o'clock slot and then see how I feel for the next few hours or so. So we have got some people coming in. Welcome along, Frank. Well, thank you for tuning in. We've got Indian Steak. Welcome along, Indian Steak. Thank you for tuning in. Check out Indian Steak on YouTube, by the way, as he does open lobbies himself, as well as some daily races, some league racing adventures. So, but yeah, yeah, we could meet up. We could meet up in the same race. Obviously, we're probably going to be streaming from our perspective. So, so it's up to you if you want to work with me. I'm not fussed either way. So, well, I just have to try and keep it well together in terms of keeping the car on the track. So, but yeah, that. So I reckon I'll get 3 races in, because each race obviously lasts around 50 minutes or something like that. So it just gives us a what they call in football the hydration break in between, and then we go again. So that I'll be shattered after 10 o'clock. Well, just after the last race of the close to 10 o'clock. So then I'll need to get in the bath, get myself washed, and then have something to eat, and then bed, because I'll be shattered by then, especially in this heat. So, yeah, cool. That's good to know, Stig. That's good to know. I don't know if you're streaming from your perspective, but I won't imagine that you are. So, but yeah. So unless you tell us any different, so aye. So let's have a look at sport mode, shall we? So open the presents, obviously. That will be for the extreme come, of course. Not the Nations Cup. So so you are in the specified cars, where you have the likes of the BMW M Hybrid, Ferrari 499, Porsche 963, Peugeot 9X8, the Toyota GR010, which that car has been around for quite some time. But it's nice to see the Toyota been given their challenge from 4 other manufacturers that have been added to the game. Although you do need to pit in at least once. So obviously I've been getting some insights with some who have been doing some daily races, just to get to a certain brake balance and so on. But yeah. So let's have a look, shall we? So we've got Sammy Snake, Kizzy, Amber, Bilson, Indian Stig putting a quicker time than I did. So hats off to you, my brother. That means I'm going to have to try and improve my lap time then also. But first things first, we'll get into the groove with things and and just go for there. So the entry period begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just make sure I've got the tyres, which I have, on this Porsche. So we are good. And get into the 7 o'clock slot before I forget. And then we'll get some practice around Le Mans. So I don't know what to expect, so... Oh, I hate it when that happens. I will disconnect, but it's okay. On Phase B, welcome along, buddy. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you well, my brother. And can we all just spare a moment to say congratulations on your latest news that you got engaged? Much love to you, my brother, and best wishes to you all. So, this is, well, great things do happen, don't they? And the exciting part is that you're just getting started for the next step. Best wishes to you all, Unfazed. Well, it's each to their own, really. Even if it's at a festival, then obviously it gives plenty of us to spare a moment to appreciate that you've taken on, picked a moment to take the next step of your life. So, and then some just want a nice, peaceful atmosphere around, but it's each to their own. So, obviously, you just had to take the opportunity while it's there, rightly so, and so. But yeah, that obviously, like, I know some people who have got engaged. I know some that have got married, and then some like have their own kids when they get into like a relationship foundation system where you just like have kids after marriage, and then some just do it whenever, really. So it's I just leave them to it. So where we are now is that, well, crazy to realise that I'm 13 next Thursday as well. So, looking back from when I entered life in the 20s, then it's like you've got a world ahead of you still. And then when you have done so many things, especially when I've done some weightlifting, especially the powerlifting side of things, across the squat, bench press, and deadlifts, and then to adapt to the the sporting activities into sim racing, for instance, and then still remain fit in the gym. Having been going to the gym for over a decade, then it's a long time, isn't it, to remain driven, desired, and disciplined. But once you get to a certain point in your life, having done so many things, it gives you a perspective on many things, many factors. But then when you get to a certain milestone in your life, in terms of how old you get, then you don't feel bad. You don't feel too bad. Am I worried about getting too old? No, not at all. Because your mind has the power to get out of bed and do whatever you're going to do. Because when you think about it, there's athletes out there, especially there's some in the 40s, for instance, where you have Ronaldo still scoring goals for his club and country whilst they're playing in the World Cup. And then Leo Messi, who's 39 now, and obviously he's still scoring goals as well. And then you have Hamilton winning races in the Ferrari, as he managed to get his first win for Ferrari last time out in this Barcelona Catalunya GP at 41 years old. And at this day and age, which does come to show that anything's possible, no matter how long you've been in the game, and you always find a way to spare a moment to rediscover your identity, remember who you are, showcase your resurgence, and then there's no backup plan, so you just want to make most of your vibe at this present moment in time, because you never know when you're going to get another opportunity once more. So I hope anybody who's listening on here can relate to that. Definitely. And if you feel you can do more, then you might as well. It's like, I was speaking to a family member the other day, and the family member said that when they retire later on in their 60s, late 60s, for instance, which then you can please decide to retire if you wish, but in that process, to live on pension might not be the way forward, because there may be some out there that'll struggle to keep going in life, having worked all the years in life, unless if you've grafted a lot. If you've grafted a lot of it, and then you've had that working class attitude, to be sure you have that stability through life, and then once you've had that stability also, then therefore that you'll be able to get a well-earned rest, and then be able to finish off exploring many ventures of what's left to do on the bucket list, until you get to spare a moment to pass the baton on to the next generation of people. And another thing as well, what I managed to do in my late 20s as well, is that I've been in league racing championships, where I've won championships on the controller. I've won championships, even one of them from earlier this year, on the wheel, becoming one of them players out there to have won online league racing championships from certain organisations, from both on the controller and the wheel. So we've got just over 4 minutes left, and I'm about to take on whatever the weather at Le Mans has to throw at us. Then I'm going to make most of every opportunity there is. Although I may feel like I'm going a bit quicker, but obviously I've got a track limit violation penalty to serve on the penalty zone. Too much throttle there, but that's okay. Quick comfort breaker before this puts me into a lobby. Back in 2 secs. Right, you want me to sing a song? I'm not about to sing it like, but I'll go for it anyway. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment all of my life. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord, oh Lord. It's going to be fast, it's going to be furious, it's going to be unpredictable, whatever the weather throws at us, after what is going to be a long, long race ahead. So the objective is wherever we get put in the grid, we'll just go from there, and then obviously just get as far up to the field as possible and keep the mistakes to a minimum as possible, and just have the consistency all put together, which is the objective for these daily races. So just got to be prepared for the unexpected. So good luck to those who are doing the 7 o'clock slot. Let's do this. Mario Sonic's in. Moscaffi's in. It's dry. It's bone dry. Oh, it's dry. Iggy's in. Moscaffi's in. Right. I've gone on, stayed on the mediums. Stayed on the dry tyres. Good luck, everyone. Let's get down to business. Do the talking on the track. It'll rain in the night, I would imagine. So I'm in 8th. Sorry, mate. Think I kicked it on the track. I have just. Yep. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Oh. So we've got Moscaffi out there as well. So we've got some players out. They've got penalties to serve. Whoa, it's all kicking off further up front. Long way to go still. This is what is a pretty tough lobby as it stands. Obviously there's some just like making mistakes and some accidents happen, of course. So we're going into night time now. I'm not sure what happened there to that player. Elias. Slowing down a lot with a time penalty on the top of his name. Top of the name. No rain so far, so looks like it's going to be a dry race. Welcome along, Driving Ninja. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you dropping a like. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Aye, good to build up a PC to keep you busy for sure. Muscafi has a half-second penalty in the process. I've done okay so far in this race to not to get a penalty once, and the tyres are not too bad. The fuel is a different matter, I've got to bear in mind as well. After some lifting and coasting I had to do in some areas. Looks like he's giving the other player a bump drafter up front. If you want to get past me, go for it. Unless you decided to give me a bump draft, it's up to you, mate. Oh, you got a half-second penalty. Is he going to go for the move? Is he not? He's just having a look. That way on you, mate. Just lost it on your own. I didn't ask for anything, but I appreciate that, buddy. Mustafi's saving fuel. Copy. I was wondering what was the flashing lights for, whether it's just that he's letting us know that he's saving fuel. So I appreciate you passing it on to me, Stig. If that's what he's if that's what he's saying. Yeah, it's just that that player in the Porsche is just like spun out. And I shall be able to catch up to Mario Sonic pretty quickly. Might get a penalty for that, because that was just over the white line, innit? Nope. Somehow got lucky. Is Mario Sonic saving fuel as well? Yep. Yep. So I started 8th, and there's some people have pitted 1 lap earlier than what I'm planning to do. You can see 2 cars up ahead. So somebody served a time penalty after going side by side. Well, somebody's left. Get some new mediums on. Hydration break in the process. Now I can push. Right, we're in the top 10. Next up, Mario Sonic. Welcome along, Portal. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well, my brother. Check him out on YouTube, by the way, people. From the American continent, which is where he's from. He does liveries, some open lobbies, bits and bats. Appreciate you tuning in, mate. Almost. On the ragged edge there. That's where the mental strength started to kick in a bit. After non-stop racing. Lost windows there, so is the Spaniard. Well, I'm just doing the talking on the track, as you can see. I'm gaining. Coming back at him. Yeah, there's a bit of argy-bargy going off there. Going to be an interesting battle for P10, but Muscathy's quietly gaining. Lost Fridays got a half-second penalty for going wide. Whoa! How did he save that one? I do not know. Bloody hell! Don't touch my car unless you have to give me a bump draft if you want. Nah, he's just. Who's gonna be last at the brakes? Let's go. We've got the move done. Only just. But we're not done yet. Because the Germans are right behind me. Thank you. Next up, we've got the Spaniard to catch up. Having lost some time with the German player, our objective is to try and get close to him and get the top 10 finish if we can. So we've got a guy up ahead who's got a half-second penalty, I think. So we just need to get a little closer to the Spaniard. I had to shift the brake balance to 5 to the rear so I get a bit more rotation just towards the end. In fact, a 1 second penalty because he too somewhere picked up another half-second penalty, or maybe 1.5. We're through. We're in the top 10. Oh, look at that. Three laps to go. We're good with fuel. We can keep pushing. Well, somebody's retired. So that's 2 people who have left the lobby. And I'm getting closer and closer to Mario Sonic. You know what time it is, Mario Sonic? It's Tiny C time. Oh, he's got a time penalty. Unlucky, buddy. But the Toyota is pretty nippy out of the slow corners. Yellow flag, something's happened. So there's a car up front, so I wonder if that other British driver in 8th who's had an off or an incident somewhere. So Mario says it's a half-second penalty. How closer does that get me? We're in the striking distance, so this is going to be a fascinating last 2 laps of this motor race. Felt a bit of a slide on the rear on the entry of the Porsche curves. There we go. We're within striking distance, just need to hold it together. Here we go. I just want to go for the overtake. Let's go. We're good with fuel. Just need to keep pushing on. That Toyota's pretty quick off the line, off the slow corners, as I was talking about. And then we just need to get away quickly from that Toyota who has been struggling over the Porsche curves. He's not giving up. Nope. Oh. The tires are going. I can feel it. I can feel them screaming. Looks like his tyres are screaming a lot as well. Trying to get traction out of the slow corners. Oh! Just about done enough, but there's a car up ahead who's struggling maybe with tyre wear. If I would have pitted for one lap less fuel, I would have been right up there. So that player served a half-second penalty. Yellow flags. Oh, we made it. Oh, we made it. Well played, everyone. If I would have had a bit less fuel, I would have finished back to where I started. As I started 8th, and then I finished 9th in the end. After what has been a hectic first couple of laps, and then we've somehow made it with the consistency and keeping the mistakes to as minimum as possible, which is another good thing I've done also. Well done, everyone. Well done to those who've took part in that one. Let's see if that increases my DR, because I did see on somebody's stream that you can get an increase of DR from this lobby, but we'll see in a minute. A 5-star roulette ticket, I'll take that. So I do get some driver rating increase, so so Mighty Iggy Muscaffy. I just wanted to see what happened to the Gulf Porsche that went off on their own. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so that's gone up by a little bit. So
Okay. Let me see if you can see the camera. Yeah. Alright. This is sweat.
Just looking on my Scaffy stream, and obviously he felt the sweat as well. So yeah.
Obviously he felt the sweat as well.
So let's get the replay up, shall we? And just have a quick look at what's happened. No, I don't want to do that. So it must be somewhere around this. Where did I make contact with him? Well, let's find out. Yeah, I didn't touch him at all there. So obviously, he just lost it on his own. Just lost it on his own. Yeah, there was no contact, so it's all good. It's all good. So it was at that moment I thought Mustafi was well. I don't know. It's just like it's hard to like to judge like well from your perspective on whether if somebody like well up front of him actually made contact or not. But obviously there was no contact between myself and the Golf Porsche. So let's come out of there quickly and then get back into the 8 o'clock slot. Get into the 8 o'clock slot, shall I say? So we could meet some familiar, somebody familiar, but we will see. Quick toilet break and I'll be back. Right, we are back for race 2 of the evening. So let's see where we qualify this time and then therefore see if we can make up some places. So I've no idea what to expect also on that one. It could be a much tougher lobby, I would imagine. But I could be wrong, but we will see. So just need to stay focused on the weather radar and look out the weather as well. Right, let's see who we got. There's Stig, there's our friend Stig, and there's Bilzen, there's Lewis. Check the weather. Yeah, you two as well. So we'll just stayed on the mediums, the dry tyres. So it's going to be a bit wet towards the in the middle of the race, I would imagine. So let's do this. So it's dry. So I'm in 8th. Gonna have to go for the move on the Ferrari ASAP. No, at this rate, because he's in his slip. Appreciate it. So that's one down. Back to where we started, in 8th. So I got 7th, 6th, and 5th up the road, and then 4th, maybe 3rd, maybe the leaders. Welcome along, Alex. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well, my brother. For those who are just joining, this is race 2 of the evening. Obviously, I've got Indeed Stig, who's in the same lobby as me. Obviously, he comes under as the unknown racer. It's getting a bit messy on the midfield. It's a patch of rain. Oh, he's got a penalty behind, so don't need to worry about that. That were unfortunate there, but we somehow went through that. I'll give you a bump draft. I'm not going to go for the overtake. Welcome along, CCC Racer. Thank you for tuning in. I'm not too bad, thank you. Hope you're well. It's a war, man. Not gonna lie, I can feel the sweat dripping all over me. Especially with this heat outside in my area. What? He's going to have to take a penalty, so just going to have to be mindful of that. Didn't ask for anything, but I appreciate that. Oh, there's a guy behind who's going to have to take a penalty as well, so... Now I'm going to say that Toyota's pretty quick. Thank you. Out of the slow corners, which is the Toyota strength. Oh, he's going for the overtake, surely. Maybe not. Whoa! Look at that! That was some Cole Brown moment there, going sideways at high speed. Because I'm literally going for it, mate. Going for a result. Oh, no, no, no. Oh. Dirty tyres. Not what I want to be doing. Last thing I need. Somehow. Could have been worse. But there are some people with time penalties to be served. So I just need to stay within the Norwegian. If I can. So there's no rain still as well. Gonna have to come in at the end of this lap and put some fuel in too. At the end of lap 7, mate. That's my plan. I've just got an Italian behind who's maybe not go for an overtake. It looks like it. We've got SFE Popcorn, SFE Lewis, we've got F1 Slayers. So I've got a bit more percentage than some. 60, 62, 60. So I need to aim somewhere at 62. New tyres, let's go for it. And enough fuel on board. Yeah, so I started 8th on this one as well, so if I can finish where I started then, or even finish where I am, then still a result. So there's Stig in 11th. Oh. Almost. Oh, I don't know if that was intentional from my side, but might have to give that one back if I have can. There you go, mate. So we crack on. So if you're in the wrong, obviously force somebody off the track. You just get the position back to the person you made contact with at the first safe opportunity, and that's what I did. So we keep going and not worry about where we finish. Thank you, mate. So for good measure, I'm just going to give him a load updraft. No, I'm just giving you a bump draft, mate. Just keep going. Oh, he's got wide. Somebody just won't go for it to another player. Not sure what's happening further up, but I wish I'd like to be a little bit further up, but 4 laps to go. We keep pushing. What's happened there? What's happened to Slayer? Something's happened. Not what you want to see. Not after you see a top player quit like that. I'm not sure what happened, but definitely be worth looking back at the replay and then see what the fuss is all about. But that's promoted us up to another position, and this is giving me an opportunity to try and snatch a P8 off the Italian, who's got a half-second penalty, and then we've got Stig, who is also 11th. Keeping the traction nice and smooth as you like, foot pinned down to the floor, ensuring that I gain a little bit out of myself and the car in front. Just need to get a little bit closer, and then we got P8, which is where I started. GG's mate, unless something happens from my side. Now I've got some clean air to play with. Don't know if I've gone over light lines, but it looked pretty close. I was doing alright until that point. But it's okay. We'll just get on with it. Well, it's not gonna rain, so yeah, it's possible. Just need to keep doing what I'm doing. Trouble is, he's using a bit by slip, so I had to try and move on to one side. try and break the toe. So he's going to overtake me. So we go again. We're good with fuel. So we've got Stig, who is right behind us as well. Yeah, we're good with fuel. We'll just keep pushing on. Yeah. Makes it entertaining, really. Got a really good little exit out of there. Because when you start at the back, it's like you're just letting things unfold, and then therefore that hope that somebody has an incident further ahead. But so we're 2 laps now, 2 laps to go. Oh, it's going to be last on the brakes. And then we're in the last lap. And then we're going at it. We're going for it. We're going for it. Leave me to it now. Oh. Oh! It's on me. It's on me. After you, mate. Well played. Well played. Been up and a down one. So we got there. Mistake well done on the 10th. The last lap, you mean? Yeah. Well, see if that affects my DR, because if it does, then I'll just yeah. No issues. No issues. Still increase the DR, so I'll take that. Let's quickly have a look. Yes, a great battle, no matter the outcome. no matter what position you're fighting for, then yeah, just through the Porsche curves on the last lap. So right, before we have another look, Stig, well done, my brother. Thank you very much for popping over. Obviously, I had to return the favour. You're struggling with that's the issue with the without the slipper. So seeing as though that if you're struggling without a slip, then obviously that's when your race gets compromised. But it was a good race from my side. Apart from that 1.5 second penalty, which I have been awarded. So it's just a Porsche curse I just want to look at. So I had a good run out of the corner. So we were going side by side, even though it was early on. Then yeah. Marla, welcome along, mate. Sorry if there was a bit of a clash, but what I had to do there was give the possession back from the first clash. But I was just literally flying through and all. I was just literally into the groove, and so. But yeah, it was a great race, no matter the outcome. But what we're done as well is that we've all got ourselves a DR increase, so it's a win, no matter what where you finish. So gonna have to give this race one more try then, before I have to cool off and then get something to eat, because it's gonna be a little bit tough for the mental phrase side of things. And so we're just gonna make it one last good one. But will there be any rain? That is the question. Yeah, definitely. So no matter if it's a top 10, even if you finish 11th, then obviously job's a fish. So just gotta quickly go for a quick toilet break, and then I'll get this refilled and all with some cold water. Back in 2 seconds. Right, that is the second hydration break done and dusted. So yeah, he is currently live right now, Stig, for those who want to have a look at his content. So other than that, we're just gonna give it one more go at the Le Mans, and then I'm gonna have to bounce and crack on with whatever I needed to do. So, but yeah, it's been some good results considering that. Well, like those 2 races I've done, like were all just like bone dry, although there were some patches of rain as well. So yeah. Oh yeah, so if you, well, I'm gonna have to improve my lap time where I can, because I seem to be enjoying it a bit more, no matter how hot and sweaty I'm getting. And all, even even at temperatures at 28, 27 degrees Celsius in my area. So, and obviously I've trained in some of the gym sessions before when temperatures were at 30 odd degrees and sometimes closer to 40 one time. So it's yeah, it's good to to get into the groove with such things. So, but we will see where we start, and then we'll go from there. We just need to get the tires together, which is one thing, because it might rain, it might not rain. So, but yeah, some really good battles with Andre. Right. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so it's raining. Gotta be into, surely. Yeah, it's definitely wet weather start. It's all about the survival, isn't it? That's more like it. I can see some rain, but how heavy is it going to get? This is the thing. Oh no! Have you picked the wrong tyres, mate? Have you picked the wrong tyres? And Amber, welcome along. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you're well, my girl. Thank you very much for tuning in. Much love to you. So, if you just joined in, then this is the last race of the stream, which I'm going to be doing. So, the rain will get a bit more intensified, I would imagine. So, appreciate that. I see you've been lurking all evening. Hope you enjoyed the show. Might not be a bad thing at all. But obviously the rain's not going to last, is it? So, oh well. Definitely. See a little bit of spray, I'm sure I can. Oh. After you, mate. That were very close there. Very close there to hitting Stig. Yellow flag, something's happened. It's Slayers! That one of the top fastest blokes was at a moment. Yep. Yep. It looks that way. I don't know if you're aware, mate, but I've got intermediates. And these intermediates are going to be chew like hell. Yep. gonna have to come in because these intermediates have no chance of staying around. Well, it was worth an attempt, but at least we'll get some fuel topped up also. Well, I had two DR increases, and this one looks like it's going to be a decrease of DR, so it doesn't matter. It's been a good evening, you know, just to finish in the top 10, but looks like though the top 10 is going to be a big ask from this point onwards. Yeah, it happens to all of us, so there's no stress. Well, something's happened to Slayers. He was 20 odd seconds ahead, and then he's dropped down a lot. Looks like he's having a bad time. Flashing lights at me, letting me know that he's saving fuel, but I'm just pushing on, mate. Or is he trying to put me off in the corners? Well, most of all, I'm not last. Oh, somebody's had a spinner. Yellow flags. Just saw it on the... yeah, that's him out of the race. Poor lad. Speedy Justice is in, having done one lap longer on the intermediates. So we're not going to give up this one because the opportunities will come later on, I'm sure. I like the pretty stars on the night skies. Especially that half moon. Green flags, something's happened before. Straight to the 29s, don't mess around there. Copy, Amber. Just need to keep doing what I'm doing. Because whatever I'm doing is seems to be doing the trick. I've got the brake balance to 5 to the rear, so I can slide the rears a little more and trail brake a little more. Yep. Oh, that was big whack in the wall, but no, I'm done. a bit sceptical on the fast right-hander, whether I was going to go over or within the track limits. I've got the Danish driver right behind me, but he's got a half-second penalty, I think. Yep. Yep. Might have been over. Yep, just. I tried to push you a little bit too much, but just the smallest of margins. Oh yeah, I'm catching it for breakfast. I'm literally just on it into a world of my own there. But I'm gonna have to make do with that half-second penalty I've been dished out. But what I can do as well is whack on a set of new tyres, not on this lap, but the next one, because I pitted at the end of lap 2, didn't I? So therefore, I'm just going to be proper going for it. Unless somebody further up front has a moment of their own. Yep. Yep. That's the plan. Yellow flag, something's happened. God knows. But we've gained a lot of time back on the Polish driver on pure pace. He's in. Just had a quick look at that he's coming to the pits, so is the Stig, and rest of other players are pitted at the end of lap 7. You can have that slip if you want, Stig. The Saudi Arabia drivers swerving from one side to the other. Stig's got a half-second penalty. I think Stig is saying, go after him, go after him, my brother. Go after him, should I say. I needed to come in anyway, so let's see what I can do from there. Wii box. I remember used to having one of them Wii consoles ages ago, especially the Nintendo DS handheld console as well. Yep, over 6.5 a point. 5.5, 6.5, yeah. Should do it. Oh, that was very close there. I can see a lot of the track now. It's got a bit daylight. That's more like it. Yeah, unless he had a skill issue somewhere. So we just need to catch up 2 players. Well, obviously 11th by the looks of it. But we'll see what we can do. Oh. Obviously, 11th looks like it's the best I could do, but 10th place is a long, long way ahead. Unless somebody rage quits. The Polish player served a time penalty. And the Polish driver's in the Ferrari. What are you doing? I had to flick down a gear so that I could just keep it on the track and not abuse the track limits. Yeah. I wasn't really sure what the gap was between myself and Finn, the German, but obviously, as you can see on the track map, that Finn's long, long way ahead. But that Ferrari's tyres is going to get cooked to the end. I'm not going for the overtake. I'm just gonna go. I might do. Give him a nudge. Set myself up. (26-27 seconds). Finn is up front, and they're Stig in 9th. Yeah. Didn't ask for that, but I appreciate the bulk draft. Fuel is good, so I can still push on. Well, it's not going to rain for the rest of this race anyway, let's be honest. The fuel is good as well, so obviously we've got a big gap between Finn and myself for 10th. I'm sure I saw on the last race that an 11th place driver got some DR increase. Oh, so there's an overtaker gone off there between Finn and Stig. Yeah, lost some time there, Stig. Not sure what happened, but unless he's been involved in some sort of battle with some people for a certain position. Two laps to go now. I think, from this race where obviously I got it wrong this time, which obviously you can't always get things right all the time in terms of what tyres to start on and so on, because you don't really know how hard the rain's going to get sometimes. But obviously if you look at the little details in terms of the colour patterns and so on, then obviously you'll know, and therefore just trust your gut to go with the tyre you feel comfortable with. And so I think for this race itself, it's a bit of a recovery that I've delivered. Having shaved seconds off the player up front before I had to change for new tyres at one stage, which were good fun. But at the same time, I was literally just dripping like I found some sort of waterfall all over me with the amount of sweat I'm pouring all over my body, you know. Well, I might have not been able to change the oil before I done this race, but it doesn't matter. So no matter which part of the world you're in, whether it's in the European region or anywhere, then and there's decided to have a crack at racing in one of PD's best combos they've come up with on GT7 with the up-to-date hypercars that have been added to the game, even though the Toyota GR010's been around for quite some time, which is nice to see that car been challenged by 4 other manufacturers that have been added to the game, the cars themselves, and to be able to race it in these proper racing cars, even in this heat, and you don't know where the weather's going to go, then, and to be able to finish, no matter where you finish, then, and to have some good battles, it's what makes it so rewarding, more enjoyable. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I'm sure those of you who are watching who have enjoyed watching the stream of me taking on the what is one of the best, if not the best races in sport mode, in terms of the combination, the selection, etc, etc. So if I don't get a chance to race, I just want to say thank you, PD, thank you, Kaz, for making this happen. It's better late than never. It was a couple of weeks after the Le Mans 24 hours took place, so it's been great. It's been great. So if I do come home with another DR increase, then I'll take it. If not, then it doesn't matter, because I've took two DR increases, but it won't matter if I lose some DR in this one if I finish where I am. So unless something happens right towards the end, so. Yeah, my tyres are cooked. And I'm cooked as well. I can feel it on my skin as well. And that was because I was going for it in the first part of the race. And then the second part of the race, then I just had to be sure I just bring it home. Well done, Stig, on the P9. I know this wasn't the best race for my side, having started on the Inties, which was not the way to start, but as the race progressed, everybody else were just flying through the racing medium tyres. So well done, official, well done, ladder. Stig. Not to worry. Not to worry. Aye, it's been good. It's been good. So, right. Whilst I am here as well, whilst we're on here, for those who wish to take the opportunity, you're more than welcome to join, which I will put that link in the in a sec. So I'm going to put that there as well, which should work. So my Discord servers will there for those who wish to join my Discord server. If anybody's interested, where you'll see some posts of what's happening for my upcoming streams and so on. Other than that, therefore, that you'll have the game chat with the bits and pieces that's on Gran Turismo, as well as the sports chat as well, whether it's the world of Formula One or whatever. So let's have a look, shall we? No worries, Stig. Thank you very much for a good race as well. That although that I may finished a little lower, but it doesn't matter. But I'm going to be cracking on with that as well. So. Look at that. What was I doing? Yeah, best wishes to you as well, Stig. And I'll catch you around. Let's see what I get from this 5-star roulette ticket. I'll take that 1 million. Okay. So I just want to spare a moment to say thank you very much to those of you who are tuned in to say hello on the go, and thank you very much to those of you who have been doing some good racing with me, and welcome to the new subscribers as well to the channel. So it's been good. Well, obviously 2 top 10 finishes and 1 place, just missing out the top 10. So it's all good at the end. But other than that, at least I got to spare a couple hours while racing in one of PD's best combos that they've put up with to date. So, yeah. So, I'll just be 1 second, so I've forgot to bring something as well. Be 2 seconds. It's a must. It's a must. Cheers, people. Well needed. Well needed, especially in this heat. So, all right. So let's have a quick look at the driver rankings. Obviously, it's not moved a lot. So, how many pixels is there? Can anybody see? So we're on, obviously, very much like 1/6 of the bar. Say 1/6 of the bar, so yeah, not too bad. Not too bad going, considering how long these races are, so. But, yeah. So if you're liking the content on what I'm providing, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate your time and efforts and your support. Obviously, just want to say thank you to our friend Indian Steak. Obviously, Alex Tears, Frank, Unfazed, Driving Ninja, Portal, CCC Racer, Andrea Mala, Amber. Thank you very much for your time and efforts and your support as always. So next time I'll be live is, I'm not too sure when I'll be free for some open lobbies, but if you don't hear anything from me, then obviously I wish you all a very good weekend as well. Obviously I'm going to be out doing something, not only to watch the football with England playing on Saturday night, and obviously for me birthday celebrations as well. So and for definite, next time I'll be live for definite is on Tuesday, which I do have some ideas of what I'll be doing. For those who wish to join, more than welcome to, as long as you're nice and civil, respectful, not doing anything dirty on the track or whatnot, and behaving fairly. Then obviously I've got some ideas that I've got together of what I'm going to be doing in order to celebrate a milestone birthday. Obviously, it's crazy to realize that I'm 7 days away from entering life in the 30s. It's like I was saying to Unphase, well, just early on in the stream, that it's that when you get to a certain point, you don't even feel bad at all, because when you think about it, then your mind, just has the power to get out of bed and do whatever you're gonna do. It's like this afternoon, I've woke up from doing having plenty of sleep, of course, from doing whatever I needed to do through the nights. It's like when I'm in the time zone, that time zone. But other than that, or the US time zone, should I say? But don't need to, because obviously I'm on annual leave, so therefore I can just do whatever, basically. Make most of the lovely weather as well. And obviously, when I went out to watch what England play, which was on the Tuesday, then obviously it wasn't like, the best of matches, although we had one sitter that we've missed, which we could have scored at least a goal. Obviously, Ghana, they seem to be very much up for the task in hand, but so it's all to play for going into Saturday. So we should be okay to progress into the knockout stages, but we will see how that goes. But other than that, I'm just gonna enjoy every minute of being involved in the atmosphere of the World Cup campaign. So right, and I'm sure those that will obviously enjoy themselves as well, especially with this warm weather as well. And yeah, very refreshing, of course. So right, I'm gonna bounce. So whatever you're all up to, whatever you're doing, look after yourself, stay safe, and have a great evening, great afternoon, great morning, wherever you are in the world. And from myself, Danny C, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.